Is it true that Taehyung keeps the dark side hidden from the public? Why did Jungkook's family choose to reveal this secret only now? If you want to know the truth behind their friendship, leave a comment, like, and subscribe to uncover these surprising facts with us. Silence. The grand space in a corner of Seoul seemed to be holding its breath, waiting for an announcement that could tear apart the foundations of the entertainment industry, as well as shatter friendships forged over the years. The black-glazed building is the headquarters of HYBE, the bighit agency that has been sheltering Bangtan and its star, Jungkook. But that morning, the atmosphere seemed full of tension is not revealed. The news came like a whirlwind, forcing whoever was at the center of this incident to endure a heartbeat. Jungkook's family, his parents and siblings claim to have long-standing evidence of the dark side of Kim Taehyung, Jungkook's sidekick since the beginning of his career, which no one expected. Friendship cracked? Asks a journalist, his voice choked between the urging of the camera and the whispers of the assistant. HYBE, shut up! Another exclaimed, as if blaming the agency that has been adored for its success spawned millions of albums sold. Guesses crept wildly. What is really going on behind the sparkling screens of the world stage? The night before the public announcement that made the K-pop industry uproar, Jungkook was seen at a luxury residential complex in the Gangnam area. He was in a hurry, his face wrinkled like never before. A witness said, "We saw Jungkook break into the house of a large family, his father, mother, and brother. They talked seriously in the living room, dimly lit, full of tension. There's something out of sync between the family and HYBE. The sound of night birds in the window, as if turned swooping, dramatized the scene full of mystery. In fact, the day before, Taehyung and Jungkook laughed together in the recording studio, polishing the choreography while occasionally joking lightly. How did this instantaneous change happen? When the short 15-second video was shared on social networks in the early hours of the morning, the entire army, as BTS fans are called, immediately panicked. In the video, Jungkook's sad face is shown refusing an interview request, saying, "It's none of my business," but his eyes turn red, as if trying to hold back tears. Among the crowd, a well-dressed man, allegedly Jungkook's brother, escorted Jungkook into a black car without saying a word to reporters. The hashtags #TaehyungRahasia, #Jungkook Keluargabukabaju, and #HYBEMunder jumped to trending topics on all social media platforms. Is this just a rumor, or a real proof of the rift in friendship that has been adored by many? This subject is not just skewed news. Jungkook's family, in an official statement leaked to one of the small news portals in Seoul, explained that they had collected email documentation, voice recordings, and scraps of letters Taehyung wrote to Jungkook in the early years of their careers. Kept secret from the meetings, these documents are now claimed as evidence that Taehyung has been playing on two sides, conspiring with certain parties for personal gain. What do they keep? Why is it only now revealed? Asked an industry observer. BTS's comeback schedule that was supposed to be broadcast by Blackpink as a guest star was suddenly feared to be delayed, because this scandal dragged the agency's name to the center of public pressure. One of the sources close to Jungkook's family, let's call it S to preserve identity, claimed that they found a group chat conversation between Taehyung and some celebrity influencers who intend to use Jungkook's name to blackmail big agencies. Jungkook's brother found evidence that Taehyung had asked for some funds to secure an advertising contract that would have originally gone to another artist. These evidences are stored on Taehyung's cell phone that happened to be left during a secret meeting, explained S in a hoarse voice. Many wondered, was it true that Taehyung was involved in the foul play, or was this just an exaggerated misunderstanding? If we look back, when BTS was still at the peak of pre-debut tension, Taehyung was known as a warm figure and was always ready to help Jungkook complete a heavy dance workout. However, tucked away in the bins of old memory are small stories that once never became public consumption. One of the stories that raised questions came from a recording of Taehyung's interview on a radio show in 2014. At that time, Taehyung accidentally mentioned about the changing priorities in his life, and he hinted that there were people who made him feel the need to be careful in choosing friends. At that time, many listeners took it as a joke, But who would have thought that now everything unfolds in such a dramatic way? An email Taehyung claimed to have written to a music producer in Los Angeles in 2018 was also caught by Jungkook's family security team. In the email, Taehyung wrote a vague sentence: "We can arrange a project with Jungkook, but the cost should be higher than the agency mentioned." Who would have thought? In just a few days, the story emerged that Taehyung had asked for $1 million bonus for a hitherto unrealized secret collaboration. This form of bonus is not just money, but a guarantee to influence the course of a global advertising campaign involving BTS. If true, Taehyung's actions not only violate the ethics of friendship, but also potentially harm BTS's big image and the agency's good name. As news of this scandal began to spread, the silence he received from HYBE led to deeper speculation. Normally, large agencies would respond immediately to calm the public, but this time only silent prayers were observed. Many questioned, why does an agency that used to be aggressive in replying to rumors now choose silence? Is this a form of austerity of controversy, or is the agency deliberately waiting for the right moment to deliver the official narrative? On the other hand, rumors are growing that HYBE is reviewing CCTV footage from 2019 related to a closed-door meeting between Taehyung and a high-ranking executive from a rival agency. If the recording really exists, this could be the reason HYBE chose silence while waiting for the right time. The situation escalated when an anonymous account on the online community platform posted a screenshot of a text message purportedly between Taehyung and a figure close to the agency. In the message, Taehyung is rumored to have complained about the burden the agency is superimposing on BTS and alluded to deep disappointment over HYBE's treatment. If true, this message could be the key to understanding Taehyung's motives so far. However, many doubt the authenticity of the screenshot because no official party can confirm its authenticity or not. All the clues, including the tone of the message that looks firm, cause even more pressure. Is this Taehyung's way of channeling personal disappointment or a trap from those who want to destroy his reputation? Imagine two true friends who have walked parallel lives since childhood across the phases of undergoing auditions, living in a trainee dormitory, and finally both debuting as members of BTS. The journey brought them closer together, building a chemistry that is now witnessed by millions of eyes around the world. Many soldiers viewed Taehyung as a talkative but loyal figure, while Jungkook was described as a sociable younger brother who always learned a lot from Taehyung. However, when Taehyung's claims of betrayal and desire to pressure HYBE for personal gain spread, it was as if all those good memories were tarnished and threatened to disappear. The question quickly came up: will their friendship last, or will it crack forever? In the entertainment world, celebrity friendship dramas are often manipulated to provoke public sympathy, but is there any chance that this time the story is really purely a conflict of trust? How will Jungkook, who has always been known to be friendly and humorous, react to unimaginable injuries? A close source said Jungkook had turned down a media interview request under the pretext, "I need time to recover my heart." His inner voice loudly demanded an answer. Why is my true dear person doing all this to me? The tension reached its peak when a collage of photos spread, showing Taehyung's wide smile on stage at one moment, then the glare of his grim-looking eyes in the waiting room while filming a variety show. In another photo, Taehyung is seen walking alone in the studio corridor, staring at the phone screen with a wrinkled expression. There is no official caption, only a silent impression that envelopes. Many fans try to calm him down by hoping this is just a rumor. But when BTS's latest highlight show was mysteriously taken down by HYBE, worry developed into panic. A lot of wild rumors are developing among the fanbase. Some say Taehyung has a shadowy identity known only to the elite of the music industry, where he is described as taking advantage of his proximity to Jungkook for the benefit of secret contracts. Other versions allege the existence of a third party controlling Taehyung's actions from behind the scenes, perhaps a former manager, or even a rival agency official who wants to damage BTS's reputation. This news was so emotional, it provoked tears everywhere as fans imagined the worst betrayal. Suspicions grew when it was reported that Taehyung had been refusing phone calls from Jungkook since early this year. A short recording of the conversation uploaded by an insider on TikTok shows Jungkook pleading with Taehyung to be present at their family event, to which Taehyung replies briefly, "I have important business, don't disturb me." There is no additional explanation. The day before, Taehyung had even shared a photo of himself enjoying a luxurious vacation abroad, which of course immediately provoked a question. Is it after harboring all the secrets, he thinks he is free to do anything without fear of being tracked? Jungkook family's emotional trail revealed in a closed-door meeting with the family's lawyer in early May. It was revealed that Jungkook's parents had found threatening evidence, anonymous text messages insisting they would spread Taehyung's disgrace videos if they were not compensated. The message plays on shared fears. Jungkook's family is pitted against each other, with calls for silence or the truth will be revealed to the public. One of Jungkook's older brothers, who works as a technology entrepreneur, even found an encrypted file in Taehyung's laptop. The word BTS was written in the title of the file. When it was opened, the file contained a list of luxury goods suppliers that Taehyung said he facilitated with money from illicit collaborations. The allegations focused on luxury goods involving the dark side of the fashion industry and celebrities, who have nothing to do with the citizen idol that Taehyung has been selling on the screen. This news immediately caused a stir. What will Taehyung's fate be if he is allowed to continue playing on two sides, mortgaging his best friend's trust for extra money and popularity? Some industry analysts have speculated, if these reports are true, we will witness a moral collapse more severe than any scandal that has ever befallen a major Hollywood star. Not only is Taehyung's reputation ruined, but also the honor of Jungkook's family. However, as of this writing, HYBE has yet to give an official statement. The agency's silence provoked mixed reactions. Some fans waited patiently for HYBE's statement. Others formed their own opinions. Some even accused HYBE of deliberately covering up the facts so as not to damage BTS's image ahead of a world tour planned to be announced later this month. Question mark looming. Is it true that Taehyung involved in the deployment of dirty money? The most prominent allegation is that Taehyung deliberately used his position as the Golden Magne nickname for BTS's youngest talented member to attract the sympathy of big sponsors. After BTS won prestigious awards in the early years, many international brands looked to Taehyung to become a brand ambassador. According to unconfirmed reports, a multi-million-dollar contract between Taehyung and one of the fashion labels in Europe almost failed due to internal objections from HYBE. However, Taehyung reportedly remained adamant and negotiated additional bonuses behind the scenes. The issue of collecting illicit funds is believed to be the subject of an exclusive partnership offer that, if successful, could bring in huge commissions for Taehyung and those around him. Is this really a planned conspiracy, or is it just gossip spread by envious parties? Each accusation contains strong emotional overtones. Jungkook's family is said to have been angered because they felt Taehyung did not appreciate the family's efforts to support his younger brother's career. Just imagine, Jungkook's father is willing to take Jungkook to the audition, while Taehyung just uses the moment to find a gap. For years, we took care of Jungkook for the sake of his career. We never demanded more, just wanted our son's happiness. But seeing Taehyung vilify the good name of the family for the sake of personal interests, it makes all our respect evaporate, the mother said in a bitter tone when met at their residence. Meanwhile, the older brother added that he briefly sent Taehyung a message asking for an explanation, but never got a reply. So silent, as if all betrayals were taken for granted. Myths and facts. Combing the truth among the fog of gossip, many are skeptical and seek rational explanations. Is it possible that the entire Jungkook family was tricked by one anonymous source who wanted to divide BTS? Or is it just a fact that is too horrible to ignore? This article tries to dive into two sides of this story. On the one hand, there are doubts that Jungkook's family deliberately leaked this news to protect their good name when rumors circulated. Had there been no hard evidence, they would not have dared to carry out this political maneuver, said a celebrity reputation analyst. They stressed that celebrity families are usually very cautious about dropping charges without solid facts. Moreover, the public knows that Taehyung is a valuable asset of BTS, and HYBE will take great care of his good name. On the other hand, there is speculation that HYBE deliberately waited longer to prepare a more solid narrative, because if forced to respond too quickly, it could get stuck in a semi-finished claim. A crisis strategy can be seen as capturing the public's feelings first, before making an official statement. However, This silence in silence strategy risks making the public think the agency is deliberately protecting Taehyung, aka not enforcing justice. Many say that this news is similar to the classic story of an artist's friendship that turns into a grudge, where the second party tries to bring down the reputation of his friend so that his position becomes stronger. Others have linked it to the theory that Taehyung is under extreme mental pressure, and that Jungkook's family is using this momentum to save him before it's too late. Does the plan